Welcome to Tuesday Talk, the Thrive and Shine Collective, a culture of progress. And here I am in my beautiful outside office. I just love my outside office. Now, I do talk a lot about this group, the Thrive and Shine Collective, because we are a culture of progress. And I emphasize that because you might be thinking, I'm not sure if I'm there yet. But just by saying it, believing it, and showing up here, you'll slip into becoming it. It takes time to go from sorry. It takes time to let go of striving for perfection. After all, isn't that what school taught us? We heard so many times, how many A's did you get? You know, children asking children or adults asking other adults about their children. How many A's did your child get? Or written on the report card, Sarah could do better. Sarah will do better when she has the right inspiration, when her why is in place. So here we're not about comparing progress, and we're certainly not about perfection. We simply strive to do a little bit more today or to be a little bit better than we were yesterday. And that reminds me of my own yesterdays. Gorgeous, isn't it? The sound of the birds singing. So last November, I was recovering outside on my daybed, listening to all of this beautiful nature and soaking up the sunshine. By January, my carer had left and I was feeling stronger and just getting through the day. Just getting through the day felt like progress. I was managing the house, cooking, doing some housework, feeding the animals, and my blessed cows had been in survival care for a year, and they'd come through that fat and shiny, I might add. Soon I had more energy. I was on my horse again and celebrating being able to use the blockbuster. And for the rural women, you will really appreciate that. To be actually able to pick up the blockbuster was, a ticking of the box. But then to be able to progress to using it to chop or break up one log. I mean, I can still remember actually one chop, put it down. It was just enough to do that. And progressing to when I was able to chop that that log into several pieces for the fire. And yet, a voice in my head kept saying, you should be working on your business, Margarita. Thankfully, the wiser voice and my friends, two of whom are nurses, reminded me to listen to my body and to take things slowly. So here's the lesson, here's the reason for this particular story. The lesson, there's a season for everything. And that was a hard thing for me to learn, actually. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, for everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven. Life has different stages, each with its own purpose and timing. Then March came and I was flung back into chemotherapy. This time I listened to my body because I was here all by myself and I knew what I'd gone through in November and thought, wow, I do really need to make sure I go through this with strength and conviction because this year I'm by myself and I haven't got my carer. So I listened to my body, I listened to my intuition and I didn't push. Long story short, the chemo wasn't working and that's a whole different story another time. But here's the beautiful part. I'm now fired up and energized about what we're creating in the Thrive and Shine Collective. I get to encourage women to believe in themselves, to trust in their inner strength, and do what lights them up. Whether that's in a hobby, a career change, or like me, rebuilding a life in your 60s into something far more rewarding. A rising tide lifts all ships. So come and join us in the Thrive and Shine Collective and let's rise together.